Transmission of heat. Transmission of heat. Ferri's black body. Ferri's black body. First, let us try to understand how it is constructed. It is a two-walled spherical cavity. It is a two-walled spherical cavity. This is outer surface, outer sphere, and this is inner sphere. Evacuated the space between the outer sphere and inner sphere. It consists of a small hole. Against this small hole, a cavity, a conical projection is attached to the wall of the inner sphere, Whenever the inner sphere is coated with lamp black. The inner surface of the sphere is coated lamp black, and a ray incident on this small hole. A ray incident through this small hole, it undergoes several reflections and it will be completely absorbed by the cavity. It is completely absorbed by the cavity. Because of the conical projection, no ray emerges out by reflection. Parts of the black body. Several parts of the black body. Outer surface, evacuated space, inner surface coated with lamp black, small hole, conical projection, ray entering into the cavity, and reflections undergone by the ray. Outer surface, evacuated space, inner surface coated with lamp black, small hole, ray entering the cavity, and multiple reflections inside the cavity, and conical projection which doesn't allow reflection out of the hole. In nature, there is no perfect black body. Lamp black has got the highest absorptive power. Its absorptive power is about 98%. So, the inner surface is coated with lamp black so that more absorption takes place. The orifice prevents the direct reflection into the hole from the inner surface. The vacuum prevents heat loss by conduction. The orifice acts as a black body. In fact, the orifice acts as the black body. Kirchhoff's law. When we take any body for any wavelength and for any temperature, when we consider the radiation emitted by a body for any wavelength and for any temperature, the ratio of E lambda to A lambda is a constant. This is known as Kirchhoff's law. That is, the ratio of emissive power to absorptive power is a constant, is known as Kirchhoff's law. And it is equal to the emissive power of a black body. The ratio E lambda to A lambda is equal to emissive power of a black body. As E lambda increases, A lambda also increases. That means good emitters are good absorbers. E lambda more means good emitters, and A lambda is more means good absorbers. Capital E lambda increases with the rise in temperature. So, the ratio E lambda by A lambda also increases. The ratio E lambda by A lambda also increases. The ratio small e lambda by capital E lambda is called absorptivity of a surface. And is equal to the absorptive power A lambda. Applications of Kirchhoff's law. Fraunhofer lines can be explained using Kirchhoff's laws. China dish with a black spot over it. After heating to a high temperature, if placed in a dark room, the dark spot glows. The black spot glows with brilliance, and the dish cannot be seen. Black is a good absorber as well as emitter. An emitter. Stefan's law. The total energy emitted per unit area per unit time. Is directly proportional to the fourth power of absolute temperature. is directly proportional to the fourth power of temperature. This is by a black body. This is by a black body. So E is proportional to T to the power of 4. E is proportional to T to the power of 4, or E is equal to sigma T to the power of 4, where sigma is a constant known as Stephan's constant. Its value is 5.67 into 10 to the power of minus 8 watts per meter square per T to the power of 4. Sigma is 5.67 into 10 to the power of minus 8 watts per meter square for Kelvin to the power of 4. Radiation emitted from any body, that is other than black body. The value of radiation emitted from unit surface area per second is given by capital E is equal to sigma small e into T to the power of 4. Sigma E T to the power of 4. The value of E lies from 0 to 1. The value of E is 1 for perfect black body, and the value will be less than 1 for other bodies. We can use the same formula for absorption of the energy also. It can be used both for emission as well as for absorption by a body. If a black body at temperature T1 is enclosed with another black body at temperature T2, if a black body at temperature T1 is enclosed in another black body at temperature T2, then the net radiation emitted from unit surface area per second is given by E net is equal to sigma into T1 to the power of 4 minus T2 to the power of 4, T1 to the power of 4 minus T2 to the power of 4. Here sigma into T1 to the power of 4 is the radiation emitted, and sigma into T2 to the power of 4 is the radiation absorbed. So sigma into T1 to the power of 4 minus T2 to the power of 4 is the net radiation emitted by the black body. If it is a body of emissivity E, if we consider a body of emissivity E kept in a surroundings of temperature T2, then the net radiation emitted by it is sigma E into T1 to the power of 4 minus T2 to the power of 4, sigma E into T1 to the power of 4 minus T2 to the power of 4. Newton's law of cooling. Newton's law of cooling. When we consider a cooling body, hot body, when we consider a body cooling, the rate of loss of heat is directly proportional to the difference in temperature of the radiating surface and the surroundings. The rate of loss of heat is directly proportional to the difference in temperature of the radiating surface and its surroundings. Or the rate of fall of temperature, from this we get the relation dT by dt is proportional to minus of T minus T0. That means the rate of fall of temperature is directly proportional to the excess of temperature. The negative sign indicates that the temperature decreases with time. D capital T indicates the fall of temperature, D small t indicates the time taken, and capital T indicates the temperature of the substance. T0 is that of the surroundings. Minus sign indicates the decrease in temperature with time. Derivation of the relation. dq by dt is proportional to T minus T0 from Newton's law of cooling. The rate of emission of heat energy dq by dt is proportional to T minus T0, or the proportionality is replaced with a constant. So dq by dt is equal to minus of B into T minus T0. Minus indicates the loss of heat. dq is equal to mc dt, where m is mass of the substance, c is its specific heat, dt is fall or rise in temperature. D capital T is fall or rise in temperature. D small t is the time taken. So mc dt by dt. Therefore, minus b into T minus T0 is equal to mc dt by dt. mc dt by dt, or dt by dt is equal to minus b by mc into T minus T0. B is a constant, m is a constant for a given body, c is constant for a given material. Hence, dt by dt is proportional to T minus T0, or replacing b by mc with a constant, we will get dt by dt is some minus of some constant into T minus T0. This is Newton's law of cooling. Conditions for applicability of Newton's law. T minus T0 should be small. Heat loss should be by convection only. There should not be heat loss by conduction. The temperature of every part of the body should be the same. The body is cooled by uniform flow of air. In the case of forced convection, the law is valid for large difference in temperature. These are the conditions for applicability of Newton's law. T minus T0 should be small. Heat loss should be by convection. There should not be heat loss by conduction. The temperature of every part of the body should be the same. The body is cooled by uniform flow of air. In case of forced convection, the law is valid for large differences in temperature.